Hornets Quick Shots.
Final in this one, the Hornets Fulton 65, Clopton Hawks 37. So the 2 beats the 7 and advances into the championship bracket. Clopton will be in the consolation bracket, but a good second half. They took what Coach Francis was throwing at them and put together 2 good quarters to end the game.
Yeah, they did. They outscored the Hornets there in the second half. I think it was by 9 points, but definitely, stuff to look forward to. Definitely a better second half. A lot of the youth was exposed there in the first, but definitely a good learning experience for them.
Yeah, definitely something to grow on in the final 2 quarters for the Clopton Hawks. So let's get the final scoring numbers as they're getting closer to tip-off between Bowling Green and Montgomery. So let's wrap this thing
I'll
with
make
the scoring.
it quick. Tyler Kuntz led the way for the Hawks with 22. Then
Wow.
It was Cash Evans with 6, Mason Street with 4, Chase Hall with 3, Kane Evans with 2, and then Jordan Genwine with 1. For the Hornets, it was Colby Lancaster with 20, Walker Goring with 15, Josh Reams with 9, and a lot of 2s and 4s down there. So
Exactly.
About everybody got into the picture for Fulton.
Final score again, 65-37, Fulton over Clopton. And let's send it to Marianne and Corey Buchanan in the high school gym as they've got the 4-5 matchup between the Bowling Green Bobcats and the Montgomery County Wildcats. Good evening, Marianne.
Hey, guys. It sounds like you all had an interesting fourth quarter over there in that gym. However, we did not have that here in this gym as Mexico continued to flex their muscle throughout the game. Got the win over Wellsville Middletown 73-26. So Mexico advances on to that championship bracket. They will face the winner of this next matchup, as you mentioned. It's Montgomery County taking on Bowling Green. We'll tell you all about it during the pregame show next here on Eagle 102.
Montgomery County Tournament sponsors on Eagle 102 Sports include CMC Distributing and Manufacturing, McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes, and Calumet of Missouri.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, my name is Lisa Blossom Payne. My family owns and operates McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory. We have 3 locations to serve you: Bowling Green, Troy, and Hawk Point. We provide both traditional funerals and cremation services. In addition, we also offer pre-arrangement options that freeze the cost. If you would like further information, please contact McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory at 573-213-5110.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Marion Everhart, Corey Buchanan with you here in this matchup. Again, it's the 4-5 seed here this evening as the Bowling Green Bobcats, Corey, they just came off an outstanding and exciting football season. So, they've got some excitement going on. Of course, Owen Niemeyer got hurt in the football season. He actually has a cast on his ankle now, so we won't be seeing him yet except for he'll be leading the team from the bench. But, Bowling Green graduated Michael Starks last year. I have to be careful with my Starks. We've been talking about Marcus all football season, and we'll talk about him here some during basketball season. But that's really the big loss that they had last year. They had a couple seniors that they lost, or at least they had Michael. But they have a lot of returners that Coach Craig Smith talked about in Charlie Bowen, Owen Niemeyer when he gets healthy, Braden Heidecker, where he saw quite a bit of time. Gunnar Bryant was big for him last year. Caden Chandler came off the bench, gave him some great minutes. So it's not like the team that we're going to see on the court tonight doesn't have the experience.
Yeah, and they're a super athletic team as well. Get back to Michael. Last year it seemed like if he wasn't scoring, he was one really facilitating the offense and kind of getting everybody involved. But just like in football season, Marcus stepped up this year, it seemed like, and had one heck of a football season. So let's see if he can continue into the basketball season as well. Want to remind folks, with about a minute to go here in the pregame, they will stop things here at Montgomery County. They're going to do a tribute once again tonight for Jim Snell. We'll honor their their moment of silence, as he was a big-time coach and a big-time supporter of Montgomery County basketball here in the area, of Montgomery County sports in general. Last night was very touching. Want to make sure you get the opportunity to hear that this evening as well. We'll talk about Montgomery County and where they what they graduated and what we might expect between this 4 and 5 matchup coming up next, as we have keys to the game for you right around the corner from Montgomery County here on Eagle 102.
Montgomery County Tournament sponsors on Eagle 102 Sports include People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green, McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalader Real Estate in Louisiana.
Corey, not only did Bowling Green graduate some talent last year, Montgomery County did as well. They were conference champions for back-to-back years, both the boys and girls squad, but they graduated some talent as well. So we're going to have to see what Coach Scotty Krager has up his sleeve for this new batch of kids. It looks like there's still plenty of talent on the court for him as well. So really, I think tonight's big key for Bowling Green is to take care of the basketball, limit the turnovers, and get those rebounds.
Yep, for sure on the rebounds. And I remember, I believe it was districts last year, the semifinals. Bowling Green played Montgomery County, and I was down here with Mark, and that was one heck of a battle down here. It was a really physical game. I don't foresee these refs, after looking at this last game, I don't see it getting too physical. They seem like they're going to call a lot of ticky-tack fouls. So, yeah, let's, for both squads, really, you want to stay out of foul trouble. You don't want to give up any second-chance points and, take care of the basketball.
All right, that's going to do it for the keys to the game. We're going to get ready and switch over here so you can hear the tribute to Coach Jim Snell here from Montgomery County. After that, we will have your starting lineups and opening tip for you. Of course, the Bowling Green Bobcats, Coach Craig Smith at the helm this year, and sitting on the bench with him as his assistant is Noah Pafford. Another familiar name to the area for the Wildcats. We mentioned Scott Krager, of course, was from Ellsbury, was a big quarterback and basketball player for the Ellsbury Indians. So everybody pretty familiar with each other. So here we go with the tribute.
Greatest coaches and one of his greatest fans with the passing of longtime staff member and coach Jim Snell. Because of his dedication to student success as a coach and his love for basketball, the Montgomery County High School Gymnasium floor was dedicated and named the Bill Blue and Jim Snell Court. He expected a lot from his students and players, but was always fair and pushed them to be the best they could be as individuals. For years after his 30-year tenure at Montgomery County, Coach Snell and his wife, Luann, continued to attend Wildcat High School basketball games long after their children and grandchildren no longer played at Montgomery County R2. To those that played for Coach Snell and or followed Montgomery County Wildcats, Coach Snell will be long remembered not only in our community, but in the halls of Montgomery County schools. All of us at Montgomery County R2 send our deepest condolences to Jim's wife, Lou Ann, and the rest of the Snell family. We thank the entire Snell family and Coach himself for the years of dedication to our schools, our kids, and our community. Coach Snell will be deeply missed by all, but his legacy will most certainly remain. At this time, we would like to take a moment of silence in his remembrance. Thank you.
All right, that takes care of the tribute. We'll be back with your starting lineups and opening tip next here on Eagle 102.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
All right, let's give your starting lineups for the Bowling Green Bobcats. Starting for the guest on the scoreboard, it is a 5'7" junior guard wearing number 0, Brandon Gamm. A 6'2" forward senior wearing number 12, Braden Heidecker. A freshman, a 6'4" forward who is a senior wearing number 15, Adam Twellman. A 5'11" guard senior wearing number 35, Caden Chandler. And a 6'3" forward senior wearing number 34, Seth Huber. For Montgomery County, the home team, of course, a 6'2" forward junior wearing number 2, Alex Hartman. A 5'10" guard senior wearing number 3, Logan Hutchinson. A 6'1" guard junior wearing number 14, Zach Rogers. A 5'10" guard senior wearing number 15, Ethan Rakers. And a 5'10" guard wearing number 22, senior Keenan James. So we are ready to start here at Montgomery County for the first quarter between 4 and 5 matchups. Montgomery County number 4, Bowling Green number 5, Twellman jumping center. And we're ready to go. With the basketball is Montgomery County. Bowling Green talked about it in the preseason that they want to focus on defense as Huber's out front in this defense. They look to try and shut down Rogers, and the first foul of the evening is picked up.
They're going to get Seth Huber on the hand check there. Really looks like Bowling Green's coming out and applying a lot of ball pressure and really trying to deny the passes on the wings.
So inbounding the ball is Rakers. He gets it inbounds to Rogers. However, it's taken away by Bowling Green. Gamm looking to run the point for the Bobcats. Coach Smith talked about in the opening season about him looking to really push Owen Niemeyer this season. With it over on the far wing is Twellman. Twellman working around, trying to get away from the defense. Kicks it up top to Chandler. Chandler with the ball high. Brings it near side to Gamm. Gamm tries to fake to get around this man-to-man defense. Back to Huber inside to Chandler. And the ball is taken away. And there by Hartman. Coming back the other direction. Working the basketball up top now near side with it to Hutchinson. Hutchinson looking for the 3. Nothing there. Ball's loose. Coming away with it is Montgomery County. Back to Hartman. His shot's no good. With the rebound is the Bobcats. They're able to knock it off the leg. Chandler is, so it stays with the Bobcats.
Bowling Green got really lucky there. Somebody didn't find their man, and they were able to get that offensive rebound. Could have very well been a 2-point difference there.
Some pressure in the backcourt for Gamm, and it rolls off his leg and goes out of bounds. So back to Montgomery we go. Still scoreless here as we're just getting underway.
That's 2 turnovers in the first minute for Bowling Green. Montgomery's got 1.
Over on the far wing with Rogers. Rogers brings it back up top to Hutchinson. Hutchinson looks far wing to Rogers again. He looks for the 3 and he drains it.
That was a great fade that he ran off that screen.
Bowling Green brings in the front court. It's taken away again. Here's another turnover. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. At the half court line. 3-0 is our score. Montgomery leads this one with, well, my clock is a little off. We'll hold it there. There's actually 6:35 to go.
Montgomery's doing a token pressure, and Bowling Green just needs to slow down, hang on to the basketball. Take your time, get in your set.
So with it over on the near side is Heidecker. Down low to Huber. Huber shots up. It's
Great
no good.
Rebound.
Gets his own
follow
rebound.
Your shot.
And he gets the bucket. It's a 1-point game. Not sure why their clock got off from ours. We started at the same time. I wonder if their scorekeeper didn't hit theirs as quickly as I did. So actually 6:12 to go here in the first. Long 3-ball on the way. No good. With the rebound is Hartman. His shot's no good. Bowling Green with the rebound. We're headed the other direction. Heidecker with it over on the far wing. And they're going to call a charge.
Now they called a moving screen.
Oh, they did call a moving screen. So full court pressure from.
That's going to be 2 on Seth already.
So he's going to take a seat. Gunnar Bryant comes in. And we're just about caught up time-wise. We'll start the clock again. 5:59 to go here in the first quarter. 3-2 is our score. Montgomery on top by 1 with the basketball is Rakers. Rakers bringing it down the court, guarded by Gam. Takes it all the way over to the far wing. Drops it off to, to Hutchinson. Hutchinson backs out, looking for some space. Back over to Rakers again. On the far side, guarded by Gam. Gam doing a good job of applying the pressure. Ball's up and good.
That was a great strong take to the basket by Rogers.
So with the basketball again is Twellman. Gets it to Gam. Gam brings it across the timeline. Works over on the far side of Heidecker. Looks for the screen from Chandler. Chandler spins down low on the post. Waits for the defense to move. Gets his own rebound. Looks, puts it back up. Second chance shots up and good. 5-4 is our score here in the first quarter. Montgomery still on top by 1. Bringing it across the timeline is James. James swings it to the far side to Hutchinson. With it on the near side is Rogers. Rogers ditches it off to James. James back up top. Long 3 on the way, and it's money for the Wildcats. Makes it 8-4. So with the basketball on the far side is Heidecker. Heidecker looks, works it inside, no back out. Now he's going to take it in the paint. It's going to be tripped up, and we will have a foul. That's on James. So Bowling Green will have it underneath the basket with 4:35 to go here in the first quarter. So underneath the basket, Twellman will inbound the basketball. He looks, lobs it in, gets it out to Heidecker. Heidecker works it around, moves around, finds Chandler. Chandler brings it to the near side to Gam. Gam lobs it down low to Chandler again. He's in a peck of trouble and now tries to go over. Ball's loose and is finally going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with Bowling Green with a 4:22. So inbounding the ball is Twellman. He looks, gets it into Gam. Gam again works it over on the far side. Over to Twellman. Twellman stops, lobs it down low to Bryant. Bryant with the underhanded hook shot makes it a 2-point game. 8-6.
That was a great roll and finish by Gunnar Bryant there.
So bring it back near side. With it is Hutchinson. Hutchinson has the ball taken away by Twellman. Twellman takes it all the way down. He tries to create some space. Up, no good. With the rebound is Bryant. Bryant goes up, but his shot's taken away. And that's going to stop the clock with a 3:52 to go here in the first. So Coach Smith talking to Heidecker real quick, as it looks like Bryant will go to the free throw line, get a chance to shoot 2 courtesy of Hutchinson. He dribbles the ball. A couple subs going to come in from Montgomery here in just a moment. First free throw shot is up and off the mark. Returning is Rakers. He's coming in. Also entering the ball game for the first time is Tyler Irwin. Taking a seat is Rogers and James. So
Coach Krager, he's really swapping some players in and out already this first quarter.
Second free throw shot up and off the mark, and it's going to go out of bounds.
I'm pretty sure that went off Montgomery County.
They're going to say it went off Bowling Green. Entering the ball game now is Nate Crumwitty for Bowling Green. He'll take the place of Twillman to give him a little bit of a breather. They get the ball in. With it is Rakers. Guarded in the backcourt by Gam. Brings it to the front court, dribbles around behind the arc. Swings it over to the far wing to Lou. Ball's tipped around, finally coming away with this Montgomery. Long three ball on the way. It's off the mark. Ball comes down, it's loose. They're fighting for it on the court. Coming away is Irwin. Over to the far side to Hutchinson. Hutchinson back up top now with the two Rakers. Rakers looks. Swings it again, back to Hutchinson. A little pitch and catch behind the arc. Now near side with it to Lou. Lou, back to Hutchinson. Hutchinson wants the long three, and he gets it. Makes it an 11-6 basketball game with a 3:06 to go here in the first quarter. Bryant with it. Works it around, dishes it off to Heidecker. Heidecker looks for the screen, back to Chandler, top of the key. Chandler looks underneath for Crumwitty, nothing there. Going back door to Gam. Gam goes up. It was a nice cut. Ball goes out of bounds. With 2:49 to go here in the first. 11-6 is our score. Montgomery on top. Bowling Green has the ball, looking on our side. They get it into Heidecker. Heidecker back to Chandler. Chandler swings it near side of Gam, right in front of Montgomery's bench. Back to Bryant between the circles. Bryant to Crumwitty over on the far wing. He wants the three. It's short. Ball's loose, and we're going to have a foul.
We're going to get Chandler on that one.
That'll be, I believe, his first. Subs coming in and out. Twillman's going to return for the Bobcats. Looks like Hartman's going to return for Montgomery County. Also entering the game is Clayton Parker. That's right. There's another Parker. They kind of remind me of the Lockers from down there. They seem to keep, every time you think they're done, there's a new one.
Yep.
So with the basketball is Rakers. He's guarded by Gam in the backcourt. Crosses the timeline, brings it near side, dishes it off to Hutchinson. Hutchinson working against Crumwitty. Down in the near corner. Long three on the way. Rims in and out. No good. But Hartman gets the rebound. And now he's going to be fouled. So it's going to send Hartman to the free throw line. He'll get the chance to shoot two with the clock stopped.
It's going to be number 2 on Chandler.
First free throw shot up and good. 12-6 is our score. 2:19 to go here in the first. He'll get a second. Shot up on the way. It's off the mark. So finally getting the basketball is the Bobcats. They throw it up. Gam in control, running the point. Finds Twillman over on the far wing. Takes it down in the baseline. Brings it back up. Still has his dribble. Now picks it up. Getting some pressure in there from Lou. Now in the hands of Bryant. Bryant swings it near side to Crumwitty. He's right in the middle of Montgomery's bench. Looks inside to Bryant. Bryant tries to create some space. He does. Count the bucket and the foul.
The referee thought about calling a charge there. He was about in between on the call.
Yeah. So Gunnar Bryant heads to the free throw line with 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Looking to make this a 12-9 ball game. Free throw shot up, and it's good. So with the ball is Montgomery County. Rakers has it, again guarded by Gam in the backcourt. Brings it across the timeline, dribbles to the free throw line, kicks it in the near corner to Lou. Lou back up top with it to Rakers. Rakers swings it far side to Hutchinson. Hutchinson bounce pass into the free throw line. Now down low to Parker, and Parker's going to be fouled.
Brandon Gam's going to pick up his first one.
So with it is Parker. He stands at the charity stripe. 1:41 to go here in the first quarter. Parker's first free throw shot is up and good. More subs going in. As you mentioned, Coach Krager definitely rotates them in and off the bench as they're getting fresh legs. 13-9, 1:41 to go here in the first. Montgomery leads. Second free throw shot up, and it's also good. So here come the Bobcats. With it is Gam. Gets it in the front court. Brings it near side to Gam again. He's at the head of Montgomery's bench. Tries to avoid the trap. Gets it down low to. Tries to get to Chandler, but he's fouled over the back.
I believe they're going to give that one to Keenan James, and that's going to be number 2 on him.
So I have a feeling he's coming out and Zach Rogers is coming in, and that's exactly what happened. Here comes Marcus Starks. We'll see how his knee is doing after, he had a little bit of an injury in the football season. He's going to give Gam a breather as Twellman lobs it in. Gets it into Bryant. Bryant underneath. He does it again. He does that underhanded hook shot, and it's a 14-11 with 1:20 to go here in the first. Rogers working it up top. Dishes it over to Hartman. Hartman on the far wing, guarded by Twellman in this man-to-man defense. Looks for the screen, into the paint, dishes it off to Parker. Parker turns around, shot up, no good. Here comes Starks. Starks with the basketball. Looks, kicks it in the near corner to Crumwoody. Back up to Bryant. Bryant wants another 2. It's off the rim. They chase it out of bounds. And they're going to say it goes out of bounds.
That was a great hustle play by Caden Chandler to keep that play alive. Was able to get it to pop off the Montgomery County player, and Bowling Green basketball.
Looks like, yep, there you go. They're going to keep it along the baseline on the near side.
It's kind of an awkward spot to inbound the ball.
Twellman gets it into Crumwoody. Up top with it, works it around. Looks for Starks over on the far side. Out pops Bryant. Bryant over to Twellman. Twellman down low to Bryant. Rolls off of him, is going to go out of bounds. And this time it's going to go to Montgomery County.
These Bowling Green guards on that, whenever they have somebody come up and set a screen, they can't do that one dribble and pick it up. That's really killing the play, especially with Montgomery County denying the passes on the wings.
So Lou with the basketball, guarded by Chandler in the backcourt. He crosses the timeline. Far side with it now down to Rogers. Rogers in the near corner to Rakers. His shot's up. It's no good. With the rebound is Twellman. He dishes it off to Starks. Starks brings it all the way down in the hands of Crumwoody to Bryant. Bryant behind the arc. Swings it again over to Twellman on the far wing. Looks for Starks. Starks thought about the 3. Instead kicks it near side to Crumwoody. Chandler with it. He gets the foul. And that's how the first quarter ends. With the first quarter, it is Montgomery County leading Bowling Green by the score of 14-11. We've got second quarter action coming up next here on Eagle 102.
Montgomery County Tournament sponsors on Eagle 102 Sports include Penrod Realty, Craig Bowen CPA, and Sparks Maintenance Contracting.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
So Jackson Charlton and Charlie Bowen check in this basketball game to start the second quarter. And I think this is kind of what we expected, isn't it?
Yeah, there's, what is this, the second game of the season for Bowling Green? They've got 4 turnovers that first quarter. And, it's a totally different kind of conditioning when you go from football to basketball. I think they're a little winded right now. I think Montgomery, almost another turnover there by Gunnar Bryant, but he was able to get it and get the rebound.
Gets
and
it.
Put back.
Yep, and it's a 1-point basketball game here with Montgomery leading. So Starks is going to pick up a foul after he kind of reached over the back there of Montgomery. So don't need those ticky-tack fouls. And so now inbounding the ball is Hutchinson. Ball's
Great
loose.
Defense.
Oh, they get to Parker. Parker right back out to Hutchinson again. Working it into the side, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Montgomery. So back to Bowling Green. Charlton will inbound it to Starks. Going to have a little pressure there from Hartman. They get it to Twellman. Twellman looking for the screen as he's getting pressure in there from Rogers. Takes all the way down along the baseline. His shot up, no good. Taking it back the other direction now is Rogers. He's going to go coast to coast, and we've got a charge.
Great job by Jackson to get in position on that.
Keep his feet.
Yep, he slipped over and took the contact to the chest. A great hustle play.
You would think after playing as much football as he did, he could fall pretty well, right?
Yep.
Lineman. So Charlton looks. He's looking for somebody to get it into Bowen. Bowen pushes it up the court. Oh, he got away with the travel. And they got a charge going the other way. I don't like necessarily that he had to charge, excuse me, but after he got away with that big travel, that's probably kind of why they did that. So they get the ball inbounds. Montgomery has it in the hands of Hutchinson. Hutchinson being guarded by Bowen, brings it near side, and out of bounds it goes again.
Great ball pressure there by Twellman. Was able to do just enough to.
Yeah, Heidecker going to return to the ball game, going to give Twellman a little bit of a breather. Charlton again will inbound the ball to Starks. No direct pressure on Starks. He's going to be picked up by Hutchinson at the timeline. Brings it to the near side, hands it off to Bowen. Bowen looks inside. He's going to go all the way down. His shot's up and off the glass, and Bowling Green takes their first lead of the night.
That was a great read by Charlie. Rejected the screen. Montgomery wasn't ready for it.
So Rakers with it, beating Starks into the front court. Dishes it off to Hutchinson. Hutchinson working against Bowen. Bowen not giving him any space, takes it down the block. He tries to shoot over top of everybody. It's no good. Rakers there for the rebound. Kicks it out top.
He can hit those.
Long three, and he does. So back the other direction we go. It's 17-15, 6:21 to go here in the half. Starks with the basketball into the paint.
Oh.
And he's going to draw the foul. And we should be shooting 1-and-1s. Checking is Ty Lou along with Mason Lou. So we'll call him Ty and Mason. Coming out is Parker and Hutchinson. Oh, they're calling it on the floor. Never mind, that was just the 16th foul from Montgomery. So Heidecker going to inbound the basketball. They look, they get it into Bowen. Bowen works it around, lobs it down low to Bryant.
Great
Bryant's
catch.
underneath. His shot just won't fall. Back in the hands of Montgomery. With it is Rogers. And his shot is denied. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bowling Green. So Montgomery will inbound the ball in the middle of Bowling Green's bench. Looks like they're going to get Shaden Chandler back in the ball game. He comes in with 2 fouls. Going to give Bryant a little bit of a breather. He's been working hard underneath the basket.
Yep, he's been the workhorse down here for Bowling Green. He's really kept him in this game.
So Lou gets the ball in to Lou. So that was Mason to Ty. Chandler guarding up top against Ty, brings it near side to Mason. Mason working against Bowen, swings it far side to Rogers. Rogers gives a fake, takes it to the charity stripe, kicks it far side now to Ty. Ty back up top to Rogers, between the circles, near side to Mason. Mason swings it to Ty again over on the far wing as he's guarded by Chandler. Puts the ball on the court with his right hand between the circles, between the legs, back the other direction. Hartman with it now, working against Heidecker. Loses his dribble, now ball's loose, but pulling away with it is Rogers. It's Rakers with it. Back to Hartman. Hartman loses it on the ground, and Chandler gets it. Chandler off to Bowen. Bowen takes his time.
What a defensive series that was for Bowling Green.
That was. We're down to 5:15 to go here in the half. Shot up, it's no good. With the rebound is Rakers. Rakers tries to bounce past it, and it's going to go out of bounds. Montgomery had to chase it out as the pressure was coming. So another turnover for Montgomery. Charlton gets it in to Starks. Starks swings it over to Bowen. Bowen on the far wing. Looks inside, nothing there. Picks up his dribble, skips it near side now to Heidecker. In the corner to Starks. He wants a three. It's too long, but Chandler's there to clean it up. Gets it, works around, loses a handle on his dribble. His shot's up, and it falls good.
The ball just rolled right over the front of the rim.
We're tied at 17 all here as Montgomery County brings it across the timeline. Over in the near corner with it is Montgomery. And Heideker's putting some pressure on Hartman. Hartman loses the basketball. He's in the paint, kicks it out now to Rogers. Rogers up to Mason Lou. Mason takes it back into the circle. Looking for his offense to make a move. Swings it far side to Ty. Ty guarded by Chandler. He now brings it back between the circles, dishes it off to Hartman. Hartman back to Ty. Ty gives a head fake, draws down to the block, and Chandler's there. Shots up, it's no good. Starks with the rebound. Starks looks, he's going to push it up.
Oh, what quickly. A move. What a move and finish.
From coast to coast.
And Montgomery's going to push it.
Bowling Green retakes the lead, 19-17 with 3:58 to go in the half. Ty Lue over on the far wing. Dishes it off, gets it interior to Rakers, and we've got a foul.
Yeah, that's just not a smart foul there.
No.
Now you're going to send him to the line.
He could tie it up, and we are doing 1-on-1s. So Huber checks back in along with Gam as Charlton and Bowen, I believe, Bowen's still on the court. So
and it looks like Irwin is going to check in for Rogers for Montgomery County side.
I was trying to figure out who else came out for Bowling Green.
It was just Jackson and Marcus.
Oh, Marcus. That's who I missed.
A little 1-on-1 here for Rakers.
First free throw shot's up and no good. So Bowling Green with the basketball. 19-17 is our score. 3:41 to go here in the half. Huber thought about the three. Brings it back near side again. Gets the screen. He swings it to Chandler. Chandler looks inside and it's knocked away by Parker, who came in the ball game. Parker goes back to Lou and the ball's loose again. Railed in by Montgomery. Stops, kicks it to Ty. Ty drives the baseline. He's underneath. Shots up and good for Montgomery. So Ty Lue ties it back up at 19 all. Charlie Bowen wants the three. It's off the back of the rim. Heideker's there for the rebound. Kicks it to Chandler, but it ends up in the hands of Lue. That's Ty. It looks like they're going to slow things down just a little bit as Gam has him in the backcourt, lets him cross the timeline. Working it around is Rakers. Rakers to Parker, and we've got to travel. 2:53 to go here in the half. We're knotted at 19 all in this 4-5 matchup. Everybody's breathing heavy, even us.
Yeah. Well, you for sure.
We got a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. 30-second timeout by Coach Craig Smith. 19 all here in this opening round action from the Montgomery County Tournament as you're listening to it on Eagle 102.
Montgomery County Tournament coverage brought to you by West End Financial Services and Knight Equipment Company.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. HealthMart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. HealthMart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. HealthMart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a HealthMart town. Family Drug HealthMart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. HealthMart, caring for you and about you.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
So Seth Huber gets the ball into Brandon Gam. 19 all. Bowling Green, Montgomery, it's a 4-5 matchup. Bowling Green, the 5 seed, Montgomery, the 4 seed. Heideker gets the ball across the timeline. It's taken away by Montgomery. Ty Lue with it, gets it up top. Into the hands of Hutchinson, who's back in the ball game now for Montgomery County. He works against Heideker, swings it over the far wing to Mason Lue, to Ty at the free throw line. Ty takes it in, shot up off the glass. No good, but he's fouled, and he's going to get 2 shots.
I'm not sure who they're going to get on that one. They get Heideker? Nope.
Nope, they're going to tag it on Huber. That'll be his 3rd. So Ty Lue at the free throw line looking to break this tie as Gunnar Bryant gets ready to set to check back in. First free throw shot's up and good.
He's going to be replacing Huber.
Parker moves out. Oh, no, I was going to wonder what they were doing there. Coach Krager was talking to a couple players, and Clayton Parker thought he was talking to him, and then he was headed back to the timeline. I'm like, whoa. Second free throw shot also up and good. So with the basketball is Gam. Gam swings it over to Bowen. Bowen on the far wing looks, takes it into the paint. His shot's up. It's deflected. And he wrangles back the loose basketball. Gets it off to Chandler. Chandler's hook shot up. It's no good. With the rebound is Montgomery. We're headed back the other direction. And they're going to tag Chandler with his third, I believe. As he stopped, raised his hands, and Montgomery ran right in the back of him. So Jackson Charlton.
He's got to wait.
Yeah, he didn't realize it was 2. Players get awful excited these days to get into the basketball game.
I was the same way.
So
that's just not a smart foul from being that far away from the basket.
First free throw shot's up and good. Montgomery extends their lead back to 3. 22-19, 2:06 to go in the half. Don't forget, we'll have your Sailor and Satellite Center halftime report coming up. We'll recap games that already took place tonight. Kind of set up semifinal action tomorrow night for you. As Raker's second free throw shot's up, and it's no good. Bowling Green gets the rebound. Gam going to take it across the timeline. Looks for Charlton. Charlton under the low underneath the basket. Shot's up. It's no good, but he's going to the free throw line. He was a little too far underneath the basket, so when he went up.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward for him.
It was. Made a great effort there. So see if he can make up for it at the free throw line and get those 2 points back. 1:59 to go in the half. Charlton, the 6'2 senior, wears number 50 on his back. First free throw shot is short off the front of the rim. He'll get a second. Return.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm not really sure why they have him listed as a senior. I'm pretty sure he's only a junior, correct? He's the same age. He's in the same grade as Gunner and Gam and Starks.
You know, now that you say that, that sounds right.
I believe he's a junior.
Second free throw shot is up off the mark. And with the rebound is Montgomery. With it is Rakers. Rakers gives a little shove off, and the fans don't like that. Now Parker with the top of the key, hands it right back to Rakers. Over on the far wing between the legs. Gam's not giving him any space. Now Parker.
Great hands by Bryant.
In the near corner with it now over to the far side, and Montgomery throws it away.
That was great help defense. Bowling Green sliding over and having that help defense there made him get rid of the basketball. And he, luckily for Bowling Green, he threw it up into the stands.
So Starks with it now at the end of Montgomery's bench. Looks inside to Chandler, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Montgomery.
A lot of pick and roll action from Bowling Green. I mean, they've got the big boys down there, so it doesn't surprise me, but it's a little bit, we didn't see that at all last year.
Bryant goes high off the glass, and it's off the front of the rim. Ball's loose. Montgomery comes away with it. Rakers has it. He's getting pressure from Gam. Hands it off to Ty Lue. Now back to Rakers. Rakers looking for the screen now. And back to Lue right here in front of us as we're sitting in the stands right behind the scores table. Near side of Parker. Parker in the near corner. Dishes it off to Irwin. Irwin loses a handle, and we've got another foul. And they're going to call it on Starks. Starks kind of puts his hands up like he doesn't know what happened. Coach Craig Smith's going to have a little talk, see if he can figure out what the call was. 22-19 is our score. Montgomery on top. 1:03 to go here in the half. And that's the third foul on Marcus Starks.
Yeah, that looked pretty ticky-tack to me.
Free throw shot up and no good.
You know what they say, ball doesn't lie.
Yep. And Hartman checks back into the ball game now for Parker. No, Coach Craig. No, you don't know who you're going in for. You're going to go in for the shooter. And now Parker standing out behind is going to behind the timeline. He's the tallest guy on the court. So Irwin's second free throw shot is up and good. Now Hartman can come in. And it's 23-19 with 1:03 to go here in the half. So Charlton inbounds to Gam. Gam brings it across the timeline. Between the circles. Swings it to Charlton. Charlton works it, hands it, dishes it off to Starks. He tries to go right back to Charlton, but it's too hot to handle. Goes out of bounds.
It's the right idea, but just forcing it. That was a bullet pass, too. I'm not sure anybody could have caught that one.
So with the basketball, Ms. Montgomery. Over on the far side with it is Lou Mason, guarded by Bowen. Between the circles now to Rakers. Rakers guarded by Gam, still man-to-man defense from the Bobcats. Coach Krager's calling for his team to move, and they get it to Hartman. Hartman on the far wing, brings it near side to Ty. Ty working against Starks, takes in the paint.
Great job by Charlie to slide over and take that.
Charlie Bowen for the charge. So it looks like Adam Twillman's going to check back in the ball game. He's going to come in for Gam. They're going to kind of do a little rearranging. It looks like Stark's going to control the point now for the Bobcats here in the final 26 seconds of the half. And so Starks walks across the timeline. Looks for the screen from Charlton. Tries to go back door, and they try to save it from going out of bounds, but it's no luck. Twellman lets it roll out, and I believe it's going to be Bowling Green basketball. Twellman holds up the one. Looks like Charlie Bowen will have the inbound duties with 15 ticks to go in the half. So Bowen looks. They're looking for somebody to get it into Twellman. Twellman loses the basketball. Charlie Bowen comes out and saves it. Down to 10, 9. Bowen works it around, takes it all the way down, kicks it back out to Starks. Starks wants the three, and now I thought he could bank it in. And that's going to do it. And that's going to end the half as Montgomery County leads Bowling Green 23-19. We've got your Sailor and Satellite Center halftime report coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Well, Corey, it's the half of a really good basketball game. We didn't quite have this luck at the first games, but right now Bowling Green and Montgomery are battling it out, and Montgomery has the lead at 23-19, but they've been knotted up a couple different times.
Yeah, and it's been, which is not really surprising. You know, we're early in the year, and you know, some of the players were still playing football, so you expect to have some turnovers, but you know, it's been pretty even on the turnovers. Both of them, they both had 9 turnovers apiece in the first half. Looks like, you know, Montgomery County came out pretty hot. They knocked down a couple three-pointers, and Bowling Green was able to bounce back. They kind of got Gunner going down in the low post, and, you know, the ball pressure from both sides of on both teams, you know, really creating some turnovers and making the offense really uncomfortable.
Well, and I tell you what, I think probably the biggest issue, I think you and I both agree, and probably on both sides of the ball right now, is the fouls.
Yes.
Everybody's got, you know, we got some kids in some foul trouble, and
I mean, Bowling Green alone's got 3 kids with 3 fouls.
So those are ones that, you know, you really don't want those kids in foul trouble.
Yeah, and you know, some of them have been, you know, on the other side of the court. You know, there wasn't any scoring threat. They were just real ticky-tack fouls, ones that you don't want to pick up, and they were, you know, Bowling Green picked up a few of those, and Montgomery County was able to knock down a couple free throws, and that's really how they extended their lead. It was 19-19, and I believe that the free throws is why Montgomery County is leading by 4 right now.
So, well, we're going to talk a little bit more about stats coming up in just a few moments. We're also going to recap games that have already taken place tonight, kind of set up tomorrow night's semifinal action for you as it's girls semis. We'll talk more about that during the Sailor Satellite Center halftime report as it continues here on Eagle 102.
Montgomery County Tournament sponsors on Eagle 102 Sports include Ann Lane Boutique, Lynn's Heritage House, and Royal Banks.
Sailor Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season with Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center, Bank of Louisiana, and a taste of Philly.
Well, Corey, in games earlier tonight, the Clopton Hawks, man, they had a rough matchup. You heard Mark Fronick and Zach Evans calling the game. Ran into a really tough Fulton matchup. Fulton, number 2 seed, Clopton, number 7. Fulton got the win, 66-37. Sounds like Clopton had a much better second half than they did first half. They will face the loser of the game going on right now between number 3 seed Herman and number 6 New Haven. That game will be Thursday night at 7:30, in the middle school gym. Mexico defeated Wellsville Middletown, so Mexico's waiting to see who the winner of this matchup is. And really, Mexico came out here. They're so athletic, up and down the court, really quick. Honestly, it kind of looked like they were playing a little bit of street ball, honestly. Just going out and having fun and kicking the ball around, but they beat Wellsville Middletown 73-26. So, of course, the winner will play Mexico. Of this game will play Mexico. The loser will face Wellsville Middletown in the middle school gym at 6 o'clock on Thursday night. Tomorrow night, it's girls semifinal action here at Montgomery County. We'll have one game for you because the number 7 seed Clopton Lady Hawks will take on the number 6 seed Bowling Green Lady Bobcats in the middle school gym at 7:30. Clopton tangled with Montgomery County last night. That was a 2-7 matchup. Montgomery number 2, Clopton number 7. Clopton actually led into the second quarter. I think it was like 4 minutes and something to go in the second quarter before Montgomery took the lead, and then really the score was a lot closer than it sounds up until the very end. Some free throws allowed Montgomery to extend things out and get that 15-point lead. Herman, however, came out and basically manhandled Bowling Green. Herman, always a really good squad. They just couldn't miss. They got the win over Bowling Green at 63-28. Other games last night, it was Mexico over Wellsville Middletown at 39-23, and New Haven defeated Fulton 43-34. So on the championship side of the bracket, it's Mexico and New Haven, followed by Montgomery County and Herman. In the middle school gym, it'll go Wellsville, Middletown, Fulton, followed by the game you can hear right here on Eagle 102, Clopton and Bowling Green. So why don't you run down some stats for us here from the first half?
Well, I'll give you the top scorers. We'll start with Bowling Green. Gunnar Bryant had 7 that first half, followed by Caden Chandler's 4. We had a couple other players tack on 2 points there. You know, the scoring's kind of been mostly Gunnar, but we've had some couple buckets from a few other players here. And then Montgomery County, you know, they started out high. They had a couple guys knock down some threes. Looks like the leading scorer for them right now is Zach Rogers. He has 8. And Logan Hutchinson, he knocked down a couple threes, and he's got 6 right now, along with 4 from Ty Lue. You know, it seems like this game could come down to the wire. It really does.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I'm kind of expecting it if you really want to know the truth. So, you know, we'll have a third quarter action for you coming up in just a few moments. Again, reminder, tomorrow night, girls semifinal action. You can hear that game right here on Eagle 102. And then Thursday night, we'll see how this plays out. We'll always have a full recap of scores for you on scoreboard page at kjfmradio.com. Can let you know the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs fell earlier this evening to Highland by the score of 63-21. The Mark Twain Lady Tigers fell to Palmyra 67-31. So we'll have some more updates for you during the Abels postgame show coming up in just, well, at the end of this matchup. But real quick, we've only got about a minute before the halftime is over. Corey, what do you think Bowling Green needs to do here in the second half to take this game home?
Well, they need to continue their ball pressure down here on the defensive side. They've got to rebound. They've got to stop fouling and giving Montgomery County chances from the free throw line. And offensively, they just need to slow down. You know, Montgomery County's doing a token pressure on them as far as their defense, and it seems like Bowling Green's kind of playing into their little trap. There's not much pressure, but just enough to make the guards and the posts for Bowling Green uncomfortable, and, you know, they're not making smart decisions with the ball.
All right, you've heard it here first, and it looks like we're all back to our benches and getting ready to go. I'd be anxious to see who they start. We mentioned Bowling Green has some players in foul trouble, but it looks like their starting five is out there with Huber, Heidecker, Gam, Twellman, and Chandler. And from the looks of it, it looks like the same starting five will be out for Montgomery County, who will receive the ball, still football mode, will have the ball to start the second half.
I believe it should be Montgomery County's ball.
It is, because they're heading over there. So James, Rakers, Rogers, Hutchinson, and Hartman for Montgomery. So inbounding the basketball will be James. He spent some time on the bench after starting a little earlier.
Looks like they're going to run a out-of-bounds play, but there's no defensive pressure from Bowling Green, so they're just going to kick it in.
So with the basketball is Montgomery. Rakers has it. He's getting some pressure from Gam. Brings it near side with it to James. James puts the ball in the court between the circles. Bounce pass to Hartman at the elbow. Hartman takes it to the free throw line. Back out to James. He wants a three to start the half. It's no good. Gam with the basketball. He brings it up, dishes it off to Heidecker. Heidecker takes it into the paint, backs it up. Now behind the arc. To the free throw line. Backs it up, picks up his dribble, finds Gam on the far wing. Gam looks inside, tries to lob it, and they're going to call a foul on the court.
I believe they're going to get Hartman on
a
hold.
Yes, you are correct. So Twellman will inbound the basketball.
Kind of looked like he was pulling on the arm of Seth Huber down there in the low post.
They get it down and get it in. Now with it to Heidecker. Heidecker.
Great screen by Chandler.
He starts it off by getting 2 points and makes it 23-21. Montgomery on top by 2 as we're just getting started here in the second half. Rakers with the basketball, crosses that timeline, takes it to the top of the key, hands it off to Hutchinson at the top of Montgomery's bench. One dribble inside the paint to Hartman, and Hartman gets tied up, and it looks like they're going to tag.
Great help defense by Chandler there. He just grabbed the ball instead of grabbing on the arm and getting a foul. Smart play.
So here comes Gam across the timeline, pushing it, brings it near side to Twellman. Twellman spins at the block. His shot's up, banks it in, and we're knotted at 23 as they get the ball into James. James hands it right back to Raker. Raker getting the pressure from Gam in the backcourt into the front court. He works around towards the end of Montgomery's bench. Hands it off to Hartman. Hartman back up top to Hutchinson. Hutchinson, crossover dribble, takes it to the charity stripe, out to James. James brings it back center court, now to Rakers. Back to James. He wants the three off the back of the rim, and it's going to go out of bounds. 23 all is our score, 6:28 to go here in the third. Huber gets it into Gam. So Gam now back to Huber. Huber looks inside, nothing there.
Great back cut by Heidecker.
He goes up off the glass, and it's no good. James with the rebound. He kicks it out to Rakers. Rakers brings it across the timeline between the circles. He's being chased down. He goes high, and no shot, but he drew the foul, so he's going to go to the free throw line and get a chance to shoot two. They're going to call it on Twellman.
That's going to be his first foul of the evening.
So Rakers back to the charity stripe. He can break this tie. He dribbles the basketball, spins it in his hand, bends the knee, shot up on the way, and it's nothing but net. It's a 1-point lead for Montgomery, 24-23, 6:11 to go here in the third. The winner of this game will face Mexico on Thursday night. Second free throw shot on the way, and it's also money. Huber gets it into Gam. Gam brings it across the timeline, finds Huber, top of the key, swings it near corner to Twillman. Down low to Huber. Huber may have got away with a little shuffle, and the ball is saved from out of bounds and ends up in the hands of Montgomery. James pushing it. Krager tells him to slow it down as soon as he crosses the timeline. Over the far side to Rakers.
That just wasn't a good shot by Huber. He really forced that one. Oh, what a steal by Heidecker.
Going to go all the way in. He floats one up, and it's short. With the rebounds, Hartman. Hartman takes it back out. He gets it to Rogers. Rogers on the far wing finds Rakers now. Rakers guarded by Gam, still in this man-to-man defense. Takes it back almost to the center circle. Bounce pass near side with it to Hutchinson. Hutchinson works in against Twillman, splits the defenders, shots up, it's Wild. Chandler tries to block it out, but it's taken away in there by Hartman. Hartman shots up and good. 27-23 is our score as Huber gets it into Gam. It's a 4-point lead with 5:10 to go in the third. Heidecker over on the far wing, gets a screen from Chandler. Heidecker tries to create a little space there as James came up, put out pressure. Heidecker over on the far wing to Chandler. Chandler takes it on in. He goes up, shots
good.
Great
take.
And it's another 2-point game here as Montgomery gets the basketball. Rakers trying to get away from Gam. So with it now is Hartman. Hartman top of the key, guarded by Heidecker, swings the far wing to James. James guarded by Chandler, back near side to Hutchinson.
He can hit those.
And it misses everything. It's saved by Rakers, and it ends up in the hands of Twillman. Twillman dishes it off to Gam. Gam takes it coast to coast, shots up, it's no good. Ball's loose, chasing it down is Heidecker. Nope, coming away with it is Rogers. Rogers brings it across the timeline.
Somebody's got a stop ball finally.
And it's Hartman. Hartman to Hutchinson. He's going to back up and reset this offense. Twillman gives him a little bit of space out top. Back to Rogers. Rogers at the top of the key, or top of Montgomery's bench. Over to James. James back to Rogers. He wants the three. Rims in and out. Twillman tries to save it from going out of bounds. No luck.
Got Starks, Bryant, and Bowen all coming in for Bowling Green. Looks like Seth Huber is going to take a break. So is
Heidecker?
Yeah, Braden Heidecker. And I always want to call him Bryson for some reason. And
because of his brother?
Mr. Twillman is going to take a seat as well.
So James with it again over here on the near side. Down low to Parker, who's in the game. He drives the baseline, gets it off to Raker. Raker back out to James. James wants the three again, and he gets it this time. It's a 5-point game. Starks is looking for someone to throw the ball into. He finally gets it into Gam. Gam throws a long pass up to Chandler. Chandler getting some pressure from Ty Lue. Drives down along the baseline, and he's going to be fouled.
Ty's going to pick up his second foul of the evening.
And it looks like Crumwoody's going to check back in the ball game now. He's going to come in for Starks. Starks is doing a little limping there. We talked about a knee injury he was having from football, so he's going to go get that checked out and walk off a little bit. As Bowen inbounds the basketball. He gets it up top to Crumwoody. Now to Chandler. Chandler right at the top of the key, swings it near side to Gam. Gam has his pocket pick, but ball's going to go out of bounds. And they're going to say it was last touch by Bowling Green. So it'll be James inbounding the basketball. They get it in. Gam running toe-to-toe with Rakers. Over to the far side with it is James. James finds Parker at the free throw line. Inside to Lou.
That's great defense.
The shot's no good. Kicks it back out to Rakers. Rakers wants the three. Rims in and out, no good, and we're going to have a foul.
Yeah, I think they're going to give Hutchinson the over-the-back call on that. That's going to be number 3 on him. Let's see if Bowling Green can respond to this little run that Montgomery City is.
So with it is Crumwoody. Crumwoody is taken away. He throws it up to Lou. Lou's going to go all the way coast to coast. Shots up and good. And they call the foul.
They're going to give that one to Gunnar Bryan. He was trying to contest the shot and caught him with the body. Great finish by Ty Lue there. Took the contact and was able to still lay it up there.
31-25 is our score, 2:48 to go. Free throw shot on the way, and it's no good. With the rebound is the Bobcats. Bowen pushes it up in the front court. Tries to go up. His shot's up, and it bounces around, and it's good. 31-27. We're going back the other direction. With it on the near side is Mason Lou. Mason working against Charlie. Charlie gets the steal, and it's headed back, and he's going to be fouled.
Charlie Bowen giving Bowling Green a little bit of a spark. He had a nice Euro step down here, and then was able to get back on the defensive side, pick up a steal.
Caden Chandler gets a little bit of a breather as Jackson Charlton checks in the ball game. Bowen inbounds it, gets it into Gam in the backcourt. Gam walks it across the timeline. Gets it to Charlton. Charlton stops, back out to Bryant. Bryant wants the shot. It's no good. Chases down the loose basketball, stops, pops from the block, extended. It's still no good. And now Charlton gets it. He skips it over to Bowen. Bowen gives a fake, drives the baseline, back to Bryant. Bryant underneath, shots up. It's no good, but he's fouled.
He really likes that reverse layup,
yeah,
doesn't
he does.
See, I think they're giving that one to Mason Lou. Yep, that's going to be number 2 on him.
So Bryant at the charity stripe. First free throw shot's up, and it's no good. 31-27 is our score. Montgomery on top with 2:07 to go here in the third. What an exciting game this one's been, Corey.
Yep, it's been pretty back and forth.
So Bryant spins the ball, shot up on the way, and it's short. With the rebound is Montgomery. Ball's loose. Lou gets it. Kicks it up to the other Lou from Mason to Ty. Ty crosses this timeline, and he's guarded up by Crumwood. Gives a little fake on the wing. He's going to throw it into the backcourt. And Charlie
Great
Bowen.
hustle by... Great hustle. Both squads there.
They were, and I tell you what,
both kids hitting the floor. That's what you like to see as a coach.
Yeah, and here comes Heidecker. And with the basketball.
He's going to check in for Crumwood.
So James is going to inbound the ball. Full court pressure from the Bobcats. 1:49 to go here in the third. 31-27 is the score. Brings it across the timeline between the legs. He's getting that pressure from Gam. Gam doing a great job defensively there not to get the fouls. As James works it now between the circles. Swings it over the far side to Rakers. Rakers finds Parker top of the key. He wants a long three. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Bryant with the rebound. He kicks it to Gam. Gam across the timeline back to Bryant. Bryant in the paint. They're going to say, nope, you did the shuffle. I think he wasn't exactly expecting it, and they tossed it to him, and his feet were already moving. So with the basketball is going to be James. He'll inbound the ball, gets it in to Rakers. Rakers will bring it across the timeline. He'll be picked up by Gam as soon as he crosses. He dribbles over to the far side. Gam giving him a little bit of room as the offense moves for the Wildcats. Bounce pass to Parker. Parker behind the arc. Gives a fake to Charlton. He spins, kicks it back out to Ty Lue. His three-point shot is no good.
Great block out by Heidecker there.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Bowling Green with the rebound. They get to Charlie Bowen, and we've got a foul. Nope. No, we got a timeout. Let me make sure that they're going to call a 60-second timeout. We'll take one as well. With less than a minute to go in the third, Montgomery County leads Bowling Green 31-27 as you're listening to tournament action on Eagle 102.
Montgomery County Tournament sponsors on Eagle 102 Sports include Hayden's Motorsports Center, Beinhoff Funeral Homes, and Young Enterprises.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed.
For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynsheritage.com.
The area's best coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, and All Parts.
Well, we come out with 56 ticks left to go here in the third. It'll be Bowling Green's basketball. Heidecker will inbound the ball over on the far side. He looks, waits for the offense to move. They get it into Bowen. Bowen does a little dance there at the half-court line. Over to Heidecker on the far wing. He finds the open, drives down to the block. He gets cut off. Now he's trying to get away from Irwin, who's in. Dishes it off to Twellman. Twellman back to Heidecker. Now to Bryant on the near side. Up to Bowen. Bowen gives a fake. Drives it down to the corner. Works it away. Back up to top. Working around at the free throw line. He spins into the paint. He's going to go in. He's going to be fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line.
I think that's going to go against the big boy, Clayton Parker. I believe that's going to be number 1 on him.
Okay, Charlie Bowen looking to get this game a little bit closer with the first free throw shot, but it's off the mark.
Actually, I think they actually gave that one to Ethan Riker.
28 ticks to go here in the third. Bowen's second free throw shot on the way. And this time it's no good. And it's going to go out of bounds. And
Great hustle play by Bryant.
Oh, they're going to call another foul. They're going to call it on James. So Bowling Green will inbound it under their own basket. It's a 1-and-1 as that's the 17th foul. So now Gunnar Bryant will go to the free throw line.
I tell you what, Bowling Green's had a lot of opportunities from the line tonight, and it hasn't been great. So I think for them to win this game, they're going to have to knock some of these free ones down.
Always got to score when the clock stops. 31-27, 27 ticks to go here in the third. Free throw shot on the way, and it's off the mark. And Montgomery chases it down. It's going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be last touched by Bowling Green, so it'll stay with Montgomery.
Looks like they're trying to clean up a sweaty spot on the floor.
They are. Coach Krager. Oh, he's so much fun to watch. So much fun.
He wasn't fun to play against, let me tell you that.
No, I'm sure he wasn't. So Parker will inbound the ball for Montgomery. They get it in to Rakers. Rakers is being guarded by Heidecker. They bring it across the timeline. He pulls up at the half-court line, stands in the circle. Dishes it off to Parker over to the near side. And we've got another timeout.
Coach Krager's going to use his first timeout of the evening.
He is, so we'll take a timeout as well. With 13 ticks to go here in the third, Montgomery leads Bowling Green at 31-27. It's a 30-second timeout as you're listening to Montgomery County Tournament action on Eagle 102.
Montgomery County Tournament sponsors on Eagle 102 Sports include Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Craig's Truck and Tractor, and Elisha Koenig, owner of Remax Realty Shop.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital, Cellular and Satellite Center, and Abel's Quick Shops.
With 13 seconds left to go here in the third, let's see what Coach Krager drew up for his Wildcats. They get it in to Rakers. Rakers, guarded by Heidecker, looks for the screen. Rakers takes it over to the far wing. He's looking, brings it back near side to Irwin. Irwin goes up, his shot rolls around, and it's no good. And that is the end of the third. We're headed to the final quarter in this matchup. Montgomery leads Bowling Green 31-27. The final quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Montgomery County Tournament sponsors on Eagle 102 Sports include Orff Construction Company, County Market in Vandalia, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
From our roots in St. Louis, Royal Banks of Missouri is branching out to continue serving you with our locations in St. Charles, Jerseyville, Granite City, and now in Hannibal, Center, and New London. Royal Banks of Missouri, the community bank in your community.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, we're getting ready to start this fourth quarter here, Corey, and it looks like it's going to be a Montgomery ball again. I think they had to start the half, and they'll have to here to start the fourth.
Yeah, what's interesting is for both squads here, the leading scorers that first half, they didn't score a single point in the third quarter. So I would look for the offenses or for the coaches to try to get them more involved. I know Bowling Green would really like to see Gunnar Bryant get involved down on the low post like he was that first half.
Well, the good news is Marcus Starks is back in the ball game, so I assume that he got whatever cramp it was taken care of. Rakers gets it to Parker. Parker at the elbow. Over to Ty Lue, back up top to Parker. Parker wants the three, and he gets it. Brings the score 34-27 here in the fourth quarter. Here comes Starks with the basketball, looking to run the point. In the near corner, Heidecker, he wants the three. It's off the mark. With the rebound is Montgomery. It's Hutchinson with the basketball. He's going to slow it down. Coach Kreger tells him easy as he comes towards the line. Over to the far side of Ty. Ty spins, brings it back center court to Rogers, and it goes out of bounds as Roger tried to get it, but right outside his next to his bench.
Just couldn't quite get it under control.
Yep, so that means Bryant with it gets it into Starks. 34-27 our score, 7-11 to go here in the ball game. Heidecker to Bryant. Bryant over on the far wing finds Starks. Starks one dribble, needs some help. He's going to get it from Chandler. Now the ball's loose, and now Heidecker has it, and it's going to go out of bounds, and everybody hits the scorer's table.
They're going to have to readjust that.
Yeah.
Bowling Green fortunate enough to not turn that one over. Loose possession.
So now Coach Kreger going to do a little cleanup there in front. Again, while he does that, I want to take the opportunity to thank Montgomery County for allowing us over here all week. The hospitality room, I know, Corey, that you kind of slacked and didn't get here in time to enjoy that, but Mark and I did, and it was as
did
good
I miss
as ever.
out?
You did, but that's okay. Mark and I ate your portions too.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
Starks with the basketball. Brings it in the front court. Works, hands it off to Heidecker over the far wing. Back up top of the key. Now hands it to Bryant. Bryant guarded by Parker. Dishes it off to Bowen. Bowen trying to avoid the trap, get away. And he's going to kick it over to Heidecker. Heidecker to Bryant. Bryant all alone underneath the basket.
Great ball movement.
Adds two, and it's 34-29. It's a 5-point game.
Let's see if that bucket doesn't get Gunnar Bryant going. That's his first of the second half.
Rakers with it, takes it in the paint. He needs some help, kicks it back out to Hutchinson. Hutchinson guarded by Starks, backs it up. Right in the circle, over the far wing.
Pretty sure he just got away with a major double dribble there.
He did. Lou, down low to Parker. Parker.
Great ball movement. Ooh. Bowling Green fans are not happy with that call. That looked like it was all ball. If anything, it should have just been a no call, or I don't think he held on to it long enough for a jump, but.
In case you want to know, we are surrounded by Bowling Green fans. As Parker's at the free throw line, first free throw shot's up and good.
That's one guy you do not want to put on the free throw line. He's perfect tonight.
And he's a freshman.
I'm not sure what they feed them Parker boys, but.
I don't know. Miracle Grow on their feet, I think. His brothers, of course, off playing ball. I believe over at Columbia College.
Yeah, I believe they're at Columbia College, ain't they?
Second free throw shot is also good. So 36-29 is our score. Starks directing traffic as he's going to hand it off to Heidecker. Heidecker working around, looks for the screen, brings it back center court, looks down low to Bryant. Bryant can't keep it from going out of bounds. It was a little too far for him to reach.
I think Gunnar might have thought that Caden had the same athletic ability as him on that one, but That was not the case.
Montgomery brings it in the front court, gets over far side to James. James being guarded by Chandler. Back up to Parker. Parker shots up. It's no good. Heidecker with the rebound. He pushes it the other direction. Brings it up. Looks, hands it off to Bowen. Bowen starts directing traffic now. Takes it in. He goes up.
Great take.
Shot. No, they're going to call a traveling. Hadn't called that all night long.
Well, I'm not too sure how a Euro step or a jump stop like that is a travel, but I guess he's seen something a little bit different than I did up here.
I may have made the comment a little earlier that the officials are shorter than all the players on the
Yeah,
floor.
that's actually pretty funny.
maybe they can't quite see so well with all these tall boys.
Yeah, they're going to get him with a hand check.
They are, and that's going to be his fourth. Chandler applying the pressure there to James. And now
the referees are going to call that one every single time. It was right in front of everybody.
Oh, yeah, it was. And now Chandler's going to come out. Huber's going to return. 5:19 to go here in this ball game. They get into Rakers. Rakers skips it over to Lou. Lou underneath the basket. His shot's
Great
blocked.
defense by Jackson Charlton.
But it was there for Parker to clean up, and it's a 38-29 game. Biggest lead of the night now for Montgomery County. So long three on the way from Huber. It's no good, and James there for the rebound. They throw a long pass up to Parker. Parker saves it from going out of bounds. He's going to
chuck it all the way across. Brandon's going to go get it.
Gam gets it into the hands of Heidecker. Heidecker spins, tries to dish it off. It's loose, and Gam comes up and gets it, and he's going to be fouled. Things are getting a little sloppy here in the last of 4:45.
Yep, that's going to be number 4 on Keenan James.
He's played a lot here in the second half. He didn't play quite as much in the first half. Adam Twellman's going to check into the basketball game for Heidecker. And Brandon Gam's going to stand at the free throw line and see if he can get this back a little bit closer as Montgomery has the largest lead of the night, 38-29. Free throw shot up on the way. It's no good. With the rebound is Montgomery. So Rakers with the basketball. He's guarded by Gam in the backcourt, slowing things down a little bit. Gam's applying that pressure. Again, Gam's doing a great job of moving his feet as he's guarding that Rakers. Here comes.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you can't call that one a walk.
Long three on the way, no good. James there for the putback, and it's denied. Yeah, they just called the exact same thing against Charlie Bowen.
Craig's not happy with that one.
And I don't blame him.
He's letting the ref hear that one.
Well, and that was after all the Bowling Green fans did.
Yeah.
So Montgomery to inbound the ball along the baseline on the far side. They look, they get it into Lou. Lou goes up.
That's just a great move.
His shot's up and good. And it's 40-29, 4:13 to go here in the ballgame. Here comes Twellman. He looks for an answer back. It's no good. James with the rebound. Hands it off to Rakers. Rakers, again, guarded by Gam in the backcourt. Works it around, brings it to the near side right in front of Coach Kreger. Dribbles around, leans into Gam, takes it down to the elbow, and there's Lou again. He's all alone. And Montgomery is stretching their lead. We got a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. With 3:47 to go here in this basketball game, Montgomery leads Bowling Green 42-29. We've got your final minutes coming up next here on Eagle 102.
Montgomery County Tournament sponsors on Eagle 102 Sports include Sun Window Company, Clint Bowen Construction, and Northeast Title Company.
Brown's Smokehouse Meats in Silex can help with all your meat processing, retail, wholesale, and custom butchering. Brown's Smokehouse Meats invite you to stop by their retail location in Troy at 185 East Cherry Street. For all your smokehouse meats, deer processing, and homemade sausage, be sure to visit Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Silex and Troy. Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio, brought to you by Young Enterprises, Family Drug, and Brown's Smokehouse Meats.
3:47 to go in this matchup. Again, Montgomery has the lead 42-29. It's their largest lead of the night.
Bowling Green's really got to figure out a way to get this offensive side going.
Gam gets it to Twellman on the near wing, right in the middle of Bowling Green's bench. Loses the handle. Ball's loose. And now Huber gets it back into the front court. Dishes it off Gam back up top to Bowen. Bowen's looking around, looking for the screen. In some trouble. Tries to get down low to Twellman. Twellman's shot's no good, but he's fouled. And he's going to go to the free throw line. So it looks like James is set to check back in as Adam Twellman heads to the charity stripe. He'll get 2.
That's going to be number 4 on Hutchinson.
42-29, 3:25 to go here in the ball game. First free throw shot is up and good. Caden Chandler and Gunnar Bryant both returning to the ball game. Come in for Seth Huber and Jackson Charlton. We mentioned James returned, I believe it was, for Montgomery, as Twellman tries to get this to an 11-point game after making the first free throw. Twellman spins the ball, shot up on the way, and it's also good.
Bowling Green needs to get him to the free throw line.
Yeah.
Seems like everybody else is really struggling from the charity stripe.
So
he's stepped up, knocked both of them down.
Twellman takes a seat as Starks returns. Lou gets the ball into James. James working against Bowen. Behind the back dribble. He's going to cross the timeline. Over the far side to Ty Lue. Ty skips it near side to James. James going to drive down low, dishes it off, and they kick it back out. Now they're around the horn they go. Inside to Lou. His shot's up. It's no good, and it's Bowen with the rebound. Bowen pushes it. Maintains his dribble. Kicks it out to Gam. Gam wants the 3. It's off the mark. Shot's no good with the rebound is Hutchinson. Gets it to Rakers. Rakers picked up by Gam at the half-court line. Brings it near side to James. James, top of Montgomery's bench, takes it between the circles. Bowen applying the pressure. Gets it now on the near side to Hutchinson. Hutchinson guarded by Starks. Skips it far side to Lou.
You've got to have ball pressure right now.
You do, but you don't want it from Bryant to get him in any trouble. So Hutchinson skips it to James on the far side. He wants a long 3, and he gets it.
That is a dagger there.
That is. It's a 14-point lead for Montgomery with 2:23 to go here in the ball game. Bowen over on the far side takes it down the block. His shot's up. It's no good, and they're going to call a charge. So with 2:15 to go here in the ball game, Charlie Bowen picks up the charge. And they're going to clean up the mess here a little bit. That's only his second. Looks like Heidecker's going to return to the ball game. And he's going to come in for Bowen. It was a good idea by Charlie. Montgomery just had the position underneath the basket.
Yeah, it just seems like Bowling Green can't get anything going on the offensive side.
Yep.
And when they have, they've missed the shots that they should have made.
So Lou's going to inbound the basketball. Looks, finally gets it into Hutchinson. Hutchinson gets it back off to Lou. Across the timeline with the basketball. Lou between the circles. Unfortunately, Bowling Green's going to have to apply some pressure here and either force a turnover or foul.
Yeah, they're going to have to start fouling quick.
So Hutchinson with the basketball. He's guarded against by Starks. Gets it off to Rakers. Rakers works it around, bounce pass over to Lou, back out to Rakers. They're going to just kill clock.
Yeah, you got to foul if you're Bowling Green.
Yeah,
if you think you got a shot.
Gam has the fouls to give, and they've got to do a couple of them because, here's a long 3 by Rogers, and he gets it. Makes it 48-31, down to a minute 34. In the near corner with it to Heidecker. Heidecker stops, pops. He wants a 3. It's off the mark. With the rebound is Lou. Hands it off, and now Heidecker is going to foul. Unfortunately, that's only the 16th foul, so we're still not shooting.
I think it's almost too late at this point to start fouling.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't walk it back. That's only the 16th foul. So Twellman's going to re-enter the ball game for Gam. Yeah, they waited a little long, especially since they had to get 2 fouls before they get into the 1-and-1. They get it into James. James working against, and Heidecker immediately fouls there. So that's only his third, and it's going to send James to the free throw line. 48-31. You wouldn't know by the score how close this game was. They were back and forth and knotted up a couple different times. Charlton comes in for Chandler. And it looks like Hartman's coming in for Rogers. So at the free throw line is James for the 1-and-1. Spins the ball in his hand, shot up on the way, and it's good. It's an 18-point lead for Montgomery.
You know, give Montgomery County credit. When they've got to the free throw line, they've knocked them down.
Spins the ball in his hand, second one on the way, and it's also good. Charlton gets it to Heidecker. Heidecker across the timeline. Swings it in the near corner to Twellman. Twellman drives the baseline. He's at the block. He tries to shoot, and it goes out of bounds. And so Bowling Green will have it under their own basket. 1:13 to go here in the game. Looks like Bowling Green will take on Wellsville Middletown Thursday night. As Clopton, we'll have to see who they face. And they're going to call a foul against Jackson Charlton for an illegal screen. So 50-31 is our score.
That was a hard screen.
That was a hard screen. And he's not a small boy. So 1:10 to go here in the ball game. They lob it in. And with it now is Bowling Green. They get it back. Bryant has it. He's underneath the basket. Shots up. It's no good, but he's going to the free throw line. So Gunnar Bryant looking to get this game a little bit closer than the 19-point lead that Montgomery has here with 1:04 to go in the ball game. So Montgomery's going to end up playing Mexico, which could be an interesting matchup. First free throw shots up and no good. Bowling Green will face Wellsville Middletown.
I think regardless of which team plays Mexico, they're going to have their hands full.
They are. That's a big mountain to climb. Looks like we've got another timeout on the court. It's a 60-second one with 1:04 to go here in the ball game. Montgomery leads Bowling Green 50-31. You're listening to Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
Montgomery County Tournament sponsors on Eagle 102 Sports include Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, PJ's Salon, and Center Locker Service.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
At Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair in Vandalia, they say it's better to prevent a breakdown than having to pay for one. Preventative maintenance is key, but if your machinery should break down, Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair is there to serve you in the shop, on the farm, or roadside. See Craig's for semi-truck and trailer repair, oil changes, overhauls, and much more. Farm planting season to harvest season and beyond, Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair can help keep all your equipment and big rigs rolling. Call in or stop in today. Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair, Highway 54 east of Vandalia.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102, is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Well, we're at the free throw line. Gunnar Bryant's there for Bowling Green for the back end of two. His first one was no good. See if he can drop this second one. Shot up on the way, and he does. So Lou will inbound the basketball. Full court pressure from the Cats. They get it into James. Right back to Lou. They work it around, get it to Rakers. Rakers brings it into the front court. Bat has his pocket picked. Instead, now they kill some clock up top with it to Hutchinson. Hutchinson guarded by Twellman. Working around is James. James now hands it off to Hartman. Hartman backs it up. We're down, and we're calling a timeout just for subs, Coach Krager says. 50-32 is the score. Montgomery does a full line change, brings in the bench. Crumwoody's going to check back in for Bowling Green. So they stop the clock as Heidecker comes out. 44 ticks to go. And in the ball game is Hill. Hill gets into Parker. Parker kicks it back out. Hill tracks it down. Works it around between the circles. He's guarded by Starks. Swings to the far side to Rogers, and Twellman gets the steal. Twellman takes it down, shots up, and it's no good. And works it around. With the basketball is Rogers. Rogers over to the far side, hands it off to Mason Lou. Back to Hill, and it's stolen again by Crumwoody by Bowling Green. He dishes it off to Starks. Starks goes up, his shot's up, and it's no good. Finally put back is no good. And Parker gets it. We're headed the other way. It's in the hands of Irwin. Irwin guarded by Starks, and with 5 seconds to go, it's going to be Bowling Green's basketball. So we'll see if Bowling Green's going to take a shot here as they're going to get it into Starks. Starks.
Oh, they've got to fire one up, don't they?
Yeah, here comes Twellman. Twellman, nope, Coach Craig Smith said just dribble it out. And that's your final. Montgomery holds on to win this one over Bowling Green 50-32. We've got your Abel's Quick Shops postgame show next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Buying a home can be scary, but not with RE/MAX Realty. Whether you're looking to sell or to buy a home, commercial property, investment property, or land in Pike County and the surrounding area, the RE/MAX Realty Shop is here to help. When you or someone you know wants a passionate advocate to share the home buying experience with, call me. We will both be glad you did. I'm Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX agent.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite water ice, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, Corey, it was a really good game for about 3 quarters, 3.5 quarters, but Bowling Green just got to where they went cold and couldn't quite get out from underneath that.
Yeah, really the story of that whole second half is Montgomery County was able to capitalize off the Bowling Green turnovers, and Bowling Green wasn't able to capitalize off theirs. Both teams I have marked down here, both teams had 6 turnovers, but Montgomery County, they took advantage of those turnovers, and that's really what separated in the second half, along with Montgomery County's free throw shooting. I mean, I think Bowling Green made 3 of their 9 free throws that they shot in the second half. So not good from that's just something to work on. It's early in the season. I've seen a lot of positive things, really, definitely from both sides, but there's definitely a few things that both teams can work on to clean up.
Well, and we talked about it. It's not an excuse. It's just a fact. You mentioned it, too. There's a big difference between football shape and basketball shape. And
yeah, you could definitely tell that a lot of the football players were fatigued. It's just a totally different type of conditioning.
And so, I feel like we're going to probably see a little bit more of improvement from the Bobcats as we continue to move through the season. And, they've got a lot of talent there. They just really a lid went on the basket for them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a quick break here on the Abel's postgame show. We'll return and we'll recap scores from tonight and take a look at the scoring from the individual breakdowns here in this one. Also set up action for you for tomorrow night as you're listening to the Abel's postgame show on Eagle 102.
Montgomery County Tournament sponsors on Eagle 102 Sports include CMC Distributing and Manufacturing, McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes, and Calumet of Missouri.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Orff Construction in Bowling Green has been Pike County's residential and commercial water and sewer excavator contractor for over 54 years. Orff Construction is family-owned and operated and state-approved as septic installers in Pike, Lincoln, Rawls, Audrain, Warren, and St. Charles counties. Orff Construction can also handle your directional boring needs. Contact Les today for your free estimate, 573-324-3552, weekdays. Orff Construction, Highway 1 161 just outside Bowling Green.
Hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence are foundations of a successful sports program. The team at Clint Bowen Construction recognizes character and the mentality of local athletes as the pillars of our community. Best of luck to area sports teams this season from the team at Clint Bowen Construction in Bowling Green.
You simply can't buy a better replacement window than one from Sun Window Company. Energy-efficient windows and doors with a lifetime warranty on both the window and installation. Sun Window Company, family-owned and operated since 1989, offers low factory direct prices on high-quality vinyl windows, custom designed to fit perfectly and built to last. See how much you can save. Call Sun Windows, 573-549-2080 for details and a free estimate. Sun Window Company, Highway 161 in Middletown.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on the Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
All right, Corey, you got some stats for us from this matchup?
I do. We'll start with Montgomery County. He wasn't quite as big of a factor in the second half, but he still led all scorers on the Montgomery County side. Zach Rogers had 11, followed by Ty Lou. He ended up with 10, and he had a lot of several great moves down here on the offensive side. It just seemed like he kind of slid through the Bowling Green defense. And we had Clayton Parker, who ended up with 9, and 7 of those came in the second half, so that's a big jump for Montgomery County in the second half with him as a freshman stepping up, which he's 6'5", so he should be able to do quite a bit on the offensive side and defensive side. We had Logan Hutchinson with 6. Actually, I think I missed Keenan James. He ended up having 8 tonight. Hartman with 3, Irwin with 1, Rakers with 3, and that summed it up for the Montgomery County side. And on the Bowling Green side, I wanted to come back before I tell you the amount of points each player scored. They ended up shooting 4 of 15 from the free throw line. That's a lot of points left on the board out there. But he was pretty quiet in the second half as well. But Gunnar Bryant was able to lead the scorers for Bowling Green with 10. We had Caden Chandler with 6, Charlie Bowen with 4, Adam Twellman with 4, and Braden Heidecker, Marcus Starks, and Seth Huber all 3 had 2 as well.
All right, so again, Bowling Green moves on. They will face Wellsville Middletown on Thursday night at 6 o'clock in the middle school gym after Wellsville fell to Mexico 73-26. Of course, Montgomery gets a Mexico, and as we said in just a few moments ago, whoever plays Mexico and whoever plays Fulton, they're going to have uphill batters.
Yes, for sure. It looks like both teams are super athletic and really know how to score the basketball. So
yeah, it looks like Fulton is going to move on to face the upset of the tournament, which New Haven, the number 6 seed, defeated number 3 Herman 35-32. So Clopton will get the number 3 seed Herman on Thursday night at 7:30 in the middle school gym. Tomorrow night, one game for you here on Eagle 102 is it's girls semifinal night, and our 2 area teams just happen to be playing each other as it's a matchup of the 6 and 7 teams. Bowling Green Lady Bobcats, the 6 seed, will take on number 7 Clopton. Other games, the game before Clopton and Bowling Green in the middle school gym is Wellsville Fulton. And in the high school gym, number 1 Mexico will take on number 4 New Haven at 6, followed by number 2 Montgomery taking on number 3 Herman. So lots of great basketball still to be played here over the Montgomery County Tournament. And as always, you can find a full recap of scores on our scoreboard page at kjfmradio.com. Speaking of other scores from tonight around the area, in girls basketball, Louisiana fell to Highlands 63-21. Palmyra beat Montgomery. Let me try this again. Palmyra beat Mark Twain girls 67-31. In boys action outside of tournaments, Louisiana fell to Highland 63-53. Mark Twain and Palmyra are still playing. Pittsfield defeated Unity 56-34. Again, we'll continue updating scores throughout the evening and have a full recap for you during Eagle 102 Sports tomorrow morning. So any final thoughts, Corey, on the game we just had this evening?
Nope. I just know that Montgomery County is really going to have to cut the turnovers down if they want a shot at upsetting Mexico. But both teams have a lot to improve, and we've seen great things from both sides. The season's long. You build all year long to get to the districts, and that's really where it matters.
Yeah, as I say, you can start one way, but all it really matters is how you end.
You're absolutely right.
I want to thank Mark Froenick and Zach Evans, who had the 6 o'clock game tonight for Marion Everhart and Corey Buchanan. That's going to take care of boys opening night from Montgomery County, where the Wildcats get the win over the Bobcats 50-32. Until tomorrow night for girls semifinal action, you've been listening to Area High School Basketball on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Eagle 102 KJFM.